Hey, Domas. Tonight, big, huge numbers for you. Just how much you enjoy going up against Jokic and just the battle between two guys that really move the ball so well?
It's always great, going against MVP, the best in the league, and especially if it's in your position, there's always some extra motivation. And yeah, I'm just trying to do what I can to help the team win.
Yeah, Domas, you guys, it felt like in that fourth quarter things just weren't going your guys' way. What kind of changed that led to your guys' struggles there?
I feel like we had a lot of turnovers during the whole game, which really affected the game, because against a team like that, if you turn it over, they're going to convert on the other end. And they just made a lot of threes, that really hurt us.
Domas, two quick ones for you. Before the game, obviously, you guys had a gesture of solidarity. Can you just talk about what you guys were hoping to accomplish and your support for Alex?
Just to show that, it's a very positive, peaceful thing, two teams coming together, we stand with Alex Len, our brother, we support him, and we want to know that we're there for him.
And then in terms of the game, the fourth quarter obviously seems like things just kind of escalated there. Where do you see some of the hard moments for you guys in trying to make stops against teams?
Like I said, in that fourth quarter, they made a couple threes in a row, that really hurt us. And then we couldn't convert on the offensive end. And then led to long rebounds, would led them running out and getting, layups. Or there was, I think, 2 or 3 and ones, which we can't allow.
Just a real quick question, Domas. Were you been working on your three-point shooting? It looked like you was, trying to get in the rhythm in that early in the game.
I've been shooting them last couple of years, percentages are up and down, as it goes. But with more responsibility, I have to be more aggressive, and just keep my confidence up.
Hey, Domas, was there something they were doing defensively there late in the game that was preventing you guys from operating efficiently on offense?
I feel like we had turnovers, I feel like we overthought things, instead of if you're open, be aggressive and shoot it or drive, or move it. And some shots we had open and we just couldn't knock down.
You play this team in just a couple, 48 hours again. Just what are you taking away from this one that you can go into that one and maybe do things a little differently?
I feel like apart from those last minutes in the fourth quarter, we played a solid game. We just got to eliminate those turnovers. When we score, get back, because Jokic was just throwing it up above our heads, and they were getting layups, so that was like 15 points. So as long as we fix those little mistakes, we should be good, we should be able to compete.
It's been early, since you've been here, playing alongside with De'Aaron. How do you feel about that partnership, and what have you seen in his game that complements yours?
He's confident. He's talented. Maybe it wasn't going that well, for him shooting-wise in the beginning, but then late in the game, I was like, be aggressive, shoot. If you're open, shoot. I'm gonna hold the screen, and he made like 3-4 jump shots. That were big for us, that were keeping us in the game. So his confidence off the chain, and that really helps us.
The game obviously didn't end the way that you guys would like, but you're playing one of the better teams in the Western Conference. What positives do you feel like you can take from this one as you guys continue to build and grow alongside one another?
I feel like we did a good job of just sticking together throughout those first, 4 and a bit quarters, and it wasn't a horrible game, until the last 5-6 minutes. But we just got to keep building on the good things we did.
Domas, nice game over here. I know Lithuania has declared a state of emergency as well, and I don't. Can you maybe talk just a little bit about whether you have concerns about just the volatility in that part of the world and how this is going to impact other regions in that area?
All my family's in Lithuania, so all I can wish is for them to be safe, and they're taking the procedures they have to do, and we just want it to end, and just be peaceful.
All right, we're going to take the next question on Zone. Christos, go ahead. And then
Hey, Domas, hope you're doing well. Tonight we played against a playoff caliber team. How far or how close you feel you are to be a playoff caliber team, and what do you need to improve to be in this conversation?
We need to just the turnovers were a big part throughout the whole game. I feel like they were silly ones, and especially they were live ones, so they could go out and run on transition. I think that's the main thing for us. We would have had a lot more possessions. We would have cut their points down by a lot.